Ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Harrell, LFA TV here. Look, I have some major, urgent, breaking news involving us and involving really all of you who are either in North Carolina or in the surrounding affected areas, or even people who are donating. You probably saw my video the other day where I said that FEMA was confiscating certain donations and claiming jurisdiction over areas and confiscating supplies. Well, that turned out not only to be true, but now you're getting the reports from people saying that they're threatened to get arrested if they fly in or if they do any drop zone stuff. They're threatening truck drivers with arrest if they try to go in and impede in any way. What they're doing is they're flipping the script and they're calling rescue and relief impeding in government affairs, because the government doesn't have any money and because the government has to go through all the red tape and isn't really saving anybody. It's making them look very bad that citizens are doing it. So that's why they need to, confiscate things, and that's why they need to turn people away. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's some breaking news for you. We have 2 reporters on the ground down there right now, literally right now, with sheriff departments, and the sheriff departments are literally banding together with the fire departments and saying that they will arrest any federal employee that tries to impede in any rescue or relief by claiming jurisdiction and not allowing local and community sheriffs and fire departments and rescue relief and citizens airplanes and helicopters. The sheriffs are literally banding together right now and saying that we will arrest any federal agent that tries to, impede our ability to go out there and help these people, because it's not about red tape when it's civilian. And we're not going to deal with the red tape. We're not going to deal with the confiscations. We're not going to deal with your rules, this, that, and the other. That's one report. Here's another major, major report that you need to share everywhere. Yesterday, I got reached out to by the West North Carolina Nature Center, who told me that I am spreading false information. First of all, we know who speaks like that, right? We don't speak like that. We don't say disinformation and misinformation or false information. We say the word lies. They were saying that I am spreading false information, not only by my reporting of FEMA doing exactly what Terrence Williams has told you they're doing, what Elon Musk has told you they're doing, what relief groups on the ground have told you they're doing. They told me that I'm spreading misinformation by reporting that, and that I need to take that video down. They're literally telling me to take my video down because there's truckloads of supplies on the side of the road that won't come there and deliver that to them now because of my reporting of FEMA confiscating items. And I'm like, well, that sounds really weird. If you're not FEMA, then what do you have to worry about? Obviously, you're out there helping the civilians. People are still going to donate to you. And they're like, no, it's the other way around. People are watching your video and they're not sending supplies in fear that things are being confiscated, and they're not. And then I started criticizing FEMA, and they would not distance themselves from FEMA in any way. They weren't saying that they were part of FEMA, but they wouldn't distance themselves from FEMA. And they were saying that because of my reporting about what FEMA's doing, that they're not getting supplies, and that I need to censor our reporting or take it down because it's misinformation. To come to find out, the Western North Carolina Nature Center also gets a tourism development grant and fund. By the way, what the North Carolina people are not happy with the way that they're redistributing that money, because they're redistributing it not to tourism, they're redistributing it to low-income housing. Wonder who's staying in those places. Anyway, long story short, they also get federal funding from the Department of Interior. Now, we know that the Department of Interior was involved with the Bureau of Land Management murdering of Lavoy Finicum over, what was it? Ladies and gentlemen, wasn't just land. No. It was the uranium one. And now we're dealing with natural resources here, lithium and other things like that. And the federal government is coming in claiming jurisdiction and threatening to lock up pilots, helicopter pilots, social media influencers, people who report the news, people on the ground, relief efforts people. They're literally threatening to arrest them. And I have people reaching out to me telling me that I need to take down my reporting because it's hurting their efforts to get supplies. The only people's efforts here that are being hurt are FEMA's, because we know what FEMA's doing with the resources, we know what FEMA's doing, and FEMA's saying that no water, unless it's FEMA authorized water, can be given to anybody. And they're flipping the script, and by saying that we are impeding their efforts to save people. That's how they're doing this. And they're going to start arresting people the same way they did January 6th and everything else. I want you to look into the WNC Nature Center. I want you to look into the Tourism Development Fund that gets about $50 million a year that they misappropriate. I want you to look into the Department of Interior, because these are the people, and I have the proof. I'm going to show this all I'm literally doing this on the side of a road right now, but I'm going to show this all. I'm going to show all the correspondence between me and them and how weird it is. And you can definitely be sure that people that are trying to oppress and silence truth from getting out by telling me to take down reporting that's absolutely turned out to be 100% true, you can bet your bottom dollar that they're working with people like that. So you see how they're flipping the script. You see how they're lying. You're seeing how they're trying to stop the flow of information, the real information getting out, because they don't want the world to know that they are not only screwing this entire thing up, but they have no money and they don't want the people of this country banding together to help other people. And you got to ask yourself why. This is all true reporting, folks. You can take it for what you want or not, because this is true reporting. And I just got off the phone with that entire situation with the sheriff saying we will arrest federal FEMA agents if they impede our efforts, because we're done with this. And I'm not going to be threatened, and I'm not going to be silenced, and I'm not going to be oppressed, and nobody's going to get me to take down my reporting by any kind of threatening or anything like that either, because the whole thing smells to high heaven, and we have multiple, not just Pete Santilli, but we've got the entire Dogwood Relief people down there who are all working with sheriffs and fire departments. We have Tyler Kramer. You're not going to tell us what's really going on. We're going to tell the world what's going on. And come hell or high water, the truth will get out. And you're trying to stop us from sending money down there. We've already sent 5 of the 8,000 down there, and we're going to raise more, and we're going to send more. And we're going to continue to have people down there helping out. Trying to take your video down. Are you kidding me? Why? The only people that would be hurt from my video being up is FEMA. So if you're out there and you're trying to get people silenced, and by the way, we're hearing that there's an entire social media influencer, not really a campaign, more like an operation going on, where they're trying to get social media influencers to put out false information so they can lock everybody up for impeding in a government relief effort. You see what they're doing, folks? Don't buy it. Share this video. Pass it around. Get it to everybody. We will not be stopped or silenced. God bless everybody in the situation right now to help people. God bless truth tellers. And I am not suicidal.